I'm now being joined to look at this whole matter, timetable, the timelines, and the Electoral Amendment Act by the Country Director of ActionAid, Mr. Andrew Mamedu. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you've heard INEC release the timetable now. What do you think? Is it good? Is it the expected 20th February and then 10th of March for governorship and others?
Yeah, so as it stands now, the law requires that they release it now. So if they don't release it, we would probably be getting into constitutional crisis. We are aware that the National Assembly has two proposals. So the Senate and that of the House of Reps. So the Senate is saying 180 days, and the House of Reps is leaving it at 360 days. So until the conference committee, which starts sitting on Monday.
Yes.
So until they do that, so I think INEC is mandated
But you know that
to work with what is currently existing.
The laws cannot be applied in retrospect. So should they now harmonize this law
and come up
with a reduced timeline, or as the case may be, do you think it can be made to apply in retrospect?
So definitely. So if they are able to pass the law and the president signs it, if they're able to harmonize and say they come up with, let's say, 180 days, and the president signs his own law, then of course they will withdraw this. The INEC will withdraw what they have right now, and we will then work with 180 days. But again, the best person to answer this question is INEC. But from all indications, from all our engagements with INEC, 180 days is tight. But for politicians, so there are two sides of this. So the politicians are thinking of the whole political process. It's very expensive for them to run the whole campaign and for this whole long 360 days. So once the an announcement is made, it's like everyone get ready, go. And they start spending party primaries, all of that. So all of those start happening. And the longer it takes, the more they spend.
Why we took that straight is just to cement what you had mentioned about the need, this thing starting on Monday, and the need for citizens to participate. But beyond this, in line with the citizens' participation, do you even think that the lawmakers, who say they are the representatives of the people, even listen to their own bosses, so to speak?
I think for a long time, Nigerians have given their representative that leeway to go this way, this direction they are right now. Are they listening? Yes, there are times that the lawmakers, Nigerians have come out, they've pushed, and of course the lawmakers, our government officials generally have listened. We've seen this repeatedly, even for the president, having a rethink and turning some particular actions or policies that they've taken. And this is not different. However, Nigerians need to learn. We Nigerians are very, very forgiving. We find alternatives. So we find alternatives to everything. So if this is not working, what is the alternative? We find the alternative and we let government be. But we're beginning to see that consciousness beginning to rise gradually, where the consciousness comes up and we begin to ask our government questions. There is just the long-term solution to this. It's not about us just them deciding everything, what they want. If you allow that, humans are naturally selfish. The best of us is naturally selfish. Why would a Nigerian that is here in Nigeria not able to obey the laws? But once the person goes to other countries where the laws, the regulations are very strict and strong, they obey the laws. But the same way, if you get to people that are in those countries, they come to Nigeria and they start breaking the laws because humans are naturally selfish. They will find the easiest and the best way. So politicians are not executing or exhibiting anything different. So all we need to do is, how do we force the politicians? How do we get them to listen to us? We are the bosses. Nigerians are the bosses. The citizens are the bosses. It's a social contract. So when it comes to social contract, how do we make sure that they listen to the people? And there are several actions we can take. So things like this, for us, this is not just another bill, right? This is not just another amendment. This is at the core of our existence. This is at the core of citizens' engagement. So deciding who should be our president, who should be our governor, lawmaker across the country. So if that power is taken away from the people, we will keep having this routine in government, the kind of people we have in government. But if we have the power actually given to the people, then if you do not perform well, it's simple, you are fired. The citizens will then come and fire you. But what we see is you don't have the power to hire and fire. And the government officials, the elected officials, they do what they want. And at the end of the day, they know that the results can be manipulated in their favor. But we're trying to remove that power and give it squarely to where it belongs to the people.
All right, thank you so much. Andrew Mamedu is a country director, ActionAid. Thank you for coming in this evening.
Thanks for having me.